If your opponent is attempting a transition, you'll need to learn how to block it. Maintaining control of the opponent at all times is difficult for even the best grappler. If your opponent is constantly fighting to change positions, after several attempts, they may still be able to improve their position even if you are blocking. Take some time here to practice blocking the opponent's transitions.
What's going on? Shit. We gotta wait for him. Don't let him push you out. This is worse than Naruto. Yeah, bitch. Fuck you.
If the opponent puts you on your back, you'll need to perform transitions to escape back to the standing position. Here you'll see how to escape back to standing and avoid being on the wrong end of some ground and pound. Now it's your turn to work from the bottom and escape back to standing. Here's how you get back to your feet. Try to make sure that there is some distance between you and the opponent when you attempt to stand back up, as you are vulnerable to the opponent's attacks. Go ahead and transition to kick the opponent off, then stand back up.
L3. What's L3? There's no L3. Oh, there we go. I got it. I don't know what I did, but I got it.
From many of the ground positions, you can move to a sub position as seen here.
That's like the basic one.
Sub positions allow you to use stronger strikes as well as additional submission options. Let's see you throw some strikes from a sub position. Here you'll see how to perform submissions. You can do this from the top, the bottom, or even while you're standing in the clinch. However, there are certain positions where you will not be able to attempt any submissions at all. And remember that it's much easier to tap an opponent out if you secure a dominant position first.
This is the knee bar. Knee bar. Arm bar.
Let's attempt a submission.
R3.
When you are successful in initiating a submission, the submission game begins. 2 bars will appear inside an on-screen octagon HUD. A red bar for the red corner fighter, and a blue bar for the blue corner fighter. As the attacker, and in order to complete the submission, you'll need to chase down and overlap the defender's bar. Overlapping the defender's bar long enough results in the submission being completed. You'll notice the cameras start to zoom in, indicating how close you are to finishing the submission. Now let's see how you do. Initiate and complete a submission.
That's R3. You have a press. Got you, bitch. What do I do now? I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I have to chase him. This is dumb. What the fuck? What the fuck? Shit. What was that? Let's go again. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on. Where you going? Where you going? Keep me out. Things are everywhere. P1. Chase him down. I'm stuck down here. How can you call this fun? Stay there, motherfucker.
The best way to avoid being caught in a submission is to avoid them altogether. Here's how to block a submission attempt. You know the drill. Let's see you block a couple of submission attempts.
Okay, look, I'm doing. Look, I'm doing this, and it's not working. Fine. I don't know what I'm doing. Try it again. I'm gonna try and wiggle this. Ooh, got it. No. damn it. I thought I had it, but no, I didn't.